Hi guys, it's Rebecca. So today I am going to be doing an anticipated June reads video. I have looked through lists of upcoming book releases that are coming out in June. I thought I would just compile them into a list of a few books that I am personally quite excited for. I read the synopses of quite a lot of books and I just narrowed it down to this list that I thought these sounded the most interested to me. Let's get into the books that are coming out in June that you might want to add to your TBR. So I do usually do a complete mix of genres. I really don't like divide it into any kind of order or anything. I just pick out literally books that sound interesting to me, so there is like quite a lot of variation in this. So I do have my laptop here where I have compiled a few different books, as I said, that are coming out in June. First one that I have here is Land by Maggie O'Farrell. If you don't know, I am a massive fan of Hamnet. I absolutely loved the book whenever it first came out, and I have a beautiful hardcover edition that I did get at the time whenever it came out. I'm a massive fan of Maggie O'Farrell's writing. I also really enjoyed her book The Marriage Portrait, and I do have quite a few of her other books that I'm yet to read. I do own them, but I am very excited for her new release. What I will do is I'll just read out a brief description of what it is about, and I will also put it on the screen for you to read. So it says, it's inspired by the mapping of Ireland in the mid-19th century. Land, the new novel from the author of Hamnet, is at once intimate and epic, a portrait of a family navigating a legacy of upheaval and loss with love and hope. On a windswept peninsula stretching out into the Atlantic, Tomas and his reluctant son Liam are working for the Great Ordnance Survey project to map the whole of Ireland. The year is 1865, and in a country not long since ravished and emptied by the Great Hunger, the task is not an easy one. Tomas, however, is determined that his maps will be a record of the disaster. The British soldiers in charge are due to arrive any day, expecting the work to be completed, but Tomas is unexpectedly sent off course by an unsettling encounter in a copse. His life and those of the family will never be the same again. Liam is terrified by the sudden change in his taciturn father. What was it that caused such cracks to open in Tomas, and how is Liam, aged only 10, going to finish the mapping and get them both home? So that sounds so good. I am so interested in Maggie O'Farrell's historical fiction. I think she does such a good job of researching it and executing. So I am really excited to read about this one, especially because it is set in Ireland and Maggie O'Farrell is Irish. That is going to be so interesting. I am super excited for that one. The release date for that one is the 2nd of June, so it might have already have been released by the time I'm uploading this video. So the next one we have on the list is The Someday Garden by Ashley Poston, who is an author that you have most likely heard of, and this releases on the 16th of June. I have liked everything that I've read by Ashley Poston. I know a lot of people love The 7-Year Slip, which is something I have never read, but I came across this one. I saw that this was being released in June, so I thought I definitely have to include it in this list because I know that everyone will be interested and excited for it. So the synopsis says, when Sophie Dreer plans her escape to coastal Maine for the summer for a temporary job revitalising the storied grounds at Lilymere House, she doesn't expect to fall in love, but she does, with the beguiling land, the fragrant flowers, and the towering hedge maze, with the quirky staff and the enigmatic woman who owns the place. And then the door appears, never in the same place twice. It leads her to a secret and unfinished garden with a frustrated thundercloud of a man trapped inside. This mysterious garden is not only the sign that the future of Lilymere is unstable, the foliage resists Sophie's careful nurturing, vines threaten to strangle the hedges, and the manor's owner has wild ideas about who will take over when she retires, including her inconveniently attractive nephew, who is also just there for the summer. Despite herself, Sophie has come to care for the residents of Lilymere just as much as she cares for its grounds. With the help of one man on the outside of the secret garden and one man on the inside, she might be the only person who can figure out exactly what Lilymere needs to bloom once more. So Ashley Poston does seem to write a lot of magical realism, which is really quite refreshing actually for the kind of genre of popular books that do come out. It is quite good to have like romance with a bit of magical realism in it. I actually always find that really enjoyable, so I'm so excited for that one, and I'm sure I will be reading that eventually. So the next book I have found that I had actually never heard of before. I had never heard of this author or heard of this book before. So this one is Villa Coco by Andrew Sean Greer. This is expected on the 9th of June. This one particularly caught my eye. I absolutely love the cover. It's so colourful. I'll definitely be wanting this one. I just really think that the synopsis sounds so good as well, so I'll read out what this one's about. Broke and directionless, our young man takes a job in the Italian countryside as the the all-purpose assistant Elizabetta, known to her friends as Coco, a strong-willed, wealthy widow of a great local renown. Trained as an archivist, he thinks he's been hired to catalogue the contents of the beautiful crumbling mansion nestled in the green Tuscan hills. But what are his actual duties? Days are spent ridding the house of a Martin, whatever that is, locating the antediluvian septic system, I couldn't read that word there, entertaining an endless carousel of guests from bohemian painters to elderly princesses to unnervingly handsome nephews, attending a funeral in order to make off with the urn, and not inadvertently sabotaging Coco's great and final plan to locate the lost love of her life and be reunited before it's too late. As summer turns into autumn and the Italian countryside begins to work its magic on our protagonist, the secrets of Villa Coco and its inhabitants are slowly brought to light, and with them an unforgettable story of the enduring power of friendship. So I think that sounds so good. I just think that sounds like really cute and different, so that should be quite a refreshing read again. It seems to be everywhere, like it was everywhere in all of the lists that I looked for the upcoming books. It was just everywhere. It seems like this author has won the Pulitzer Prize before, so it could just be that I, for some reason, have never heard of him. He obviously must be quite famous, but it just sounds so good. I'm so excited for it. I'll definitely be getting a copy of it as soon as I can. So the next book that I came across that I thought sounded really interesting is Girls Girl by Sonia Feldman, and this is expected on the 2nd of June, so again this one might already have been released by time I get this video up. This one also sounds really interesting and exactly the kind of thing that I would probably like. Let's read out the description. 15-year-old Mina's whole world is her two best friends, but after an unexpected kiss, the established dynamics of their trio quickly unravel. Everything that was once shared openly, from clothes to secrets, now feels impossibly fragile. Loyalties shift and tensions simmer across the days of this pivotal summer, where the girls have nowhere new to go and everything new to feel. Looking back, an adult Mina traces the undercurrents of longing that shaped her first experience of desire. The rituals of girlhood, gossip, selfies, sleepovers and video games become threads in a delicate, volatile web of intimacy, in which everything feels achingly fleeting and permanently etched. Loving one person, Mina learns, can change the way we love everything else, including ourselves. Bold, vulnerable and sharply observant, Girls Girl is a sun-drenched and dewy snapshot of modern girl culture set in the blaze of one suburban Midwest summer. So I just thought that sounded so good. Definitely like a literary fiction one that I would definitely be interested in reading. I love anything that's character focused, and this sounds like it probably will be. I'm super excited for this one, and again this one is expected on the 2nd of June. So the next one I have on my list is The Revelation of Dione Daphne by Mara Brock Akil. This one again sounds so good, and from what I could find it appears to be expected to release on the 30th of June in the UK. All of these dates are, by the way, for release dates in the UK, so it might differ for the US, but I've just based it on all of the UK release dates, so this should release on the 30th of June. And the description says, from the outside looking in, one might say that Dione Daphne has it all. Being the beauty editor at a prestigious New York magazine, a boyfriend who could have plucked out of its model pages, the social life of the upper echelon, and a girlhood steeped in debutante balls. But that is from the outside. When the now ex-boyfriend arrives at her Brooklyn doorstep, Dione imagines reconciliation, going back to the good life brimming with the possibility of marriage, the life her mother always wanted for her. Instead, he delivers life-threatening news that creates a crack in her picture-perfect world, a crack that grows legs and runs her right into her past, unearthing a secret that she has hidden since childhood. In an effort to run toward the truth and away from a lie, Dione sets out in a spur-of-the-moment road trip with an unlikely stranger to confront the long-buried darkness of her past and the family who made it so. As Dione comes to a final reckoning, she begins to unravel new layers of herself and fresh possibilities for her life, her family, and even her love. So again, that sounds like a literary fiction, character-focused novel. That sounds exactly the kind of thing that I would enjoy. So definitely excited for this one, especially because I haven't seen anything about this anywhere else. So I'm definitely excited for it. So the next book that I have is Shadow Reaper by Lynette Noni, which is expected on the 4th of June. So this is quite different from the rest that I have on this list. This is a new YA fantasy release, but I thought it sounded really good, so I thought I might as well include it. So the description says, never bargain with a reaper. The city of Averell is in peril, plagued by a deadly black mist that kills all it touches, and reapers who roam the streets, leaving a trail of bodies in their wake. 17-year-old Reaper hunter Viridia Solis has made it her life's mission to capture their leader, the man who murdered her parents. But the notorious Reaper priest has eluded the best hunters on Elverdeen Isle for years, until now. When the priest's right-hand man, Reeve Ashton, is captured, he offers Viri a chance to avenge her parents for a price. She knows better than to bargain with a Reaper, especially this one, but his offer is too good to resist. Only trusting Reeve comes with a heavy cost, and soon Viri risks losing everything, including her heart. So I just thought that sounded quite good. good, quite interesting. It's a new trilogy and it's going to be called the Prison Healer trilogy. It says it's perfect for fans of Lauren Roberts and Leigh Bardugo. I don't know, I've never read anything by Lauren Roberts and I probably never will, but I did like anything I've read by Leigh Bardugo, so I should enjoy this one. I just thought I hadn't heard of it, so again, thought I would include it in this list. So the final book that I have added to this list is Muneka by Cynthia Gomez. I hope I have pronounced that right. It's very possible that I haven't, so I really apologize if I have. This one sounds so good. The cover is absolutely beautiful. It's so interesting. Just from the cover, honestly, it just looks like something that I would like, and it sounds so good. So let me tell you what it is about. It is 1960 at Oakland, and Natalia Fuentes has been hearing rumors about the beautiful Violeta Miramontes. The young heiress to Spanish colonial wealth has been left paralyzed by a mysterious illness, but Natty knows a thing or two about witchcraft, and she is certain that this is the work of dark magic. Armed with a plan to break the spell and earn a handsome reward, Natty works her way into the house as Violeta's caretaker and immediately discovers her suspicions are true. But who cursed Violeta and why? As feelings between the two women bloom into romance, Natty grows more and more reckless and is forced to face her ghosts, one she hoped would stay gone forever. I don't know, it just sounds like a bit darker. The cover is so interesting. I love it. I just love it. I feel like I just need the book because it just looks good as well. So that is all of the books I have on this list, all of the books that are coming out in June that I am excited for and that I wanted to share with you so that you can have them on your radar if you also find them interesting. So please let me know as well if there are any books that you are aware of that are coming out soon. I love to keep up with all of the new releases. There's never enough books that I can add to my TBR. It is a never ending list. So please do let me know if you have heard of any new books that are coming out soon, because I would love to hear from you in the comments. And if you did get it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and if you did enjoy the video then please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.